The dark side of hair transplants, the downfalls of hair transplants you should know about. Now, I'm not against hair transplants. I'm actually for them. But there's some inside information that usually you are not informed about. Hair transplants, I'm going to explain what the good parts are and what the not so good parts are, meaning the dark side of hair transplants. Hair transplants nowadays have improved a lot from many years ago. They don't have to cut your scalp. They can actually have this device that removes the hair from the back of your head and transplants it in the front. And when they transplant it, they do single hairs along the front, which is replicating the same way hair goes out of your scalp. So they don't do all single hairs, but they do single hairs in the front, which is the critical area. And that looks fabulous. That's the good part. And it is permanent, even though some might not take, but generally most of them take. So that's the good part. The not so good part is a mathematical issue. Here's what I mean. They can only take hair from the donor area in the back part of your head. A little bit to the sides, but not all the way to the sides. This back and a little bit of the side portion is only about 25%, maybe 35% of your entire head. The thinning area of a woman or a man is minimum 50% of the area, and in most of the cases, it's 60 or 70. Even if you took all the hair out of the back and left the back bald, it wouldn't be enough to fill in it all. This is what most places don't explain to you, or doctors don't explain to you. They just tell you the number of grafts they're going to do, and they put it in the front first because that's the most critical spot. And sometimes it works, but only in the beginning stages of hair loss. In the beginning, you lose hair in the front in most cases, so they add hair in the front. And if it's enough, if they can afford to take it from the back, and here's what I mean by afford. I don't mean price-wise. I mean if they take a certain amount from the back, not leaving the back too thin. This is another part of this you should understand. When they take hair from the back, the donor area, all of it that they take never grows back. So let's say they take 25% of your hair out of the back area. You are 25% thinner in the back forever. It doesn't grow back like grass. What does that mean? It means that they have to strategically take enough without taking too much. If they take too much, now you got a problem in the back, okay? So they can only take so much in the back because it doesn't grow back in the back, okay? So that's an issue. So let's say you have a good doctor and they take 25% in the back, and you have enough, you can afford to take 25% out of the back, and they put it to the front. That 25% is not going to fill it in your whole top. It's just going to fill in a portion in the front. Let's say that's all you needed. As time goes on, your hair is going to continue to thin in a larger area, and then you will run out of donor areas, okay? Even if you had 2 transplants or even 3, which would get you in trouble in the back, you still wouldn't have enough to fill in. So even though it's permanent from the standpoint of the hair they put in will stay and grow, that's the permanent part. The non-permanent part is it's not going to fix the problem forever. So even if you got, as an example, and you filled in the front, which you could see, and you were happy, as you progressively thinned, they run out of donor area, and then you have to find somewhere else to go to fill in the rest, with maybe a hair system. Now, the reason why I know this, I'm a hair loss specialist for over 35 years. I've seen thousands of men and women with hair transplants. And thousands of men and women with hair transplants were either never happy, or they were happy in the beginning, and as they lost more hair, they had to find another way. So these are the important things you have to realize with hair transplants. Now, there's a new technology that's non-surgical, okay? That you can blend single human hairs. Remember I said earlier that if you want to replicate hair growth, one step of replicating hair growth is adding one hair at a time. Hair grows out of the scalp one hair at a time. You want to add one hair at a time to replicate that pattern, okay? So there's a method that adds one hair at a time in between your existing hair, not interrupting your existing hair. Now let's flip back to hair transplants. Another thing that's sort of the dark side of hair transplants is when they take hair from the back and put it to the front, it takes and falls out. So you wind up getting less hair than what you had coming in temporarily, and then you have to wait a few months till that hair grows in. That's a little bit of a dark side, not that bad because it will grow in. But the mathematical problem of never having enough to fill in all the areas, that's something everyone should know going in. So if I went in to get a hair transplant and I knew that up front, then at least I would know, okay, it's going to take me so far, then I got to do something else later on. But if you're told that we're going to transplant and it'll be forever and you'll have a full head of hair, that's not telling you all the steps, all the truth. So I hope you see that point. So getting back to the newer technology, there's a newer, much more advanced technology of adding single hairs in between your existing hair. So now, any hair that you have, we can add hair more in between. And if you add hair in between, one hair at a time, it's not only supernatural, very, very natural, incredible front hairline natural, but also what it does, it allows the scalp to breathe and allows the existing hair to grow freely. That's the important part of that. And with hair transplants, we've had many clients with hair transplants that have filled in the front, and as they thinned out, they don't want to get a hair system. A hair system, as they call it, is a hair piece bonded on. And any hair transplanted hairs you have, or any of your existing hairs you have, if you put a hair system on that covers it, you smother and kill the existing hair being your original hair or the transplanted hairs. So women and men will come into us that have had hair transplants and will add hair in between it, leaving your own hair and leaving the hair transplanted hair alone, free to grow. We're just putting more hair in between. So now you're using your precious hair that you have left, your precious hair being your own original hair and the transplanted hairs. That's precious hair. We want to leave that alone. We want to utilize that and just feed hair in between. So if you want to see more detail about that, you should contact us and find out about this advanced technology that adds one human hair at a time in between your existing hair, leaving your own hair alone, using your own hair, and keeping your own hair safe and healthy, which is very important. Thank you.